Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm here with Throne and Liberty. This is going to be an insane video. I'm trying to not make this too long, but basically we've just had the developer live stream where we got the roadmap reveal, and they revealed a ton of information. There's so many changes coming to the game. It's yeah, I don't know. It's a huge W. Now I apologize if I seem a little bit tired. That's because I am, because I've been up since 5 a.m. here in the UK due to obviously different time zones. In Korea, the live stream started at 2 p.m., which is 6 a.m. for me. And it went on, the live stream went on for like 3 hours plus. So there's so much stuff that obviously I've tried to condense this down because I don't want this video to be a 45-minute long video. So anyway, before we jump into the video, oh, by the way, we have an amazing trailer that they've showcased as well. So you're going to be able to watch that. I'm going to have that playing in the background. And yeah, I'm going to break down and go through some information that I got, notes that I did. I had to obviously translate a lot of stuff. So again, bear with me. Obviously, not everything is translated perfectly, but yeah, I've done my best for you guys and girls. I wanted to get this on the channel, and yeah. So if you can appreciate that, please subscribe if you are new. Hit the like button, and one last thing as well with regards to global release, because obviously this is the Korean version, and this is the roadmap for the Korean version, but obviously that means we're going to be getting these changes in the global version. The only question I have is, we have the open beta next month, so which version are we going to be getting? Because the game, when you'll see as I explain in a minute, but the game is drastically changing. So it's going to be a little bit strange to me for us to be testing out the current version next month, and then it's going to be basically a whole new game in less than 2 months time. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know how they're going to handle this, as in with regards to how far away our version is going to be to the Korean version. But anyway, let's just jump into it, and yeah, like, share and subscribe. Right, so first things first, as I said, we got the new trailer which shows us the whole new region with new dungeons, biomes and bosses. Now, the new region is going to be called, they say Tolland. The spelling in English is actually, it's almost as if it says Tolandre, but the developers of the game are saying Tolland. So we're going to stick with Tolland. So we got to see the brand new region, Tolland. Now, I know there's been quite a few players that managed to, glitch their way into the new zone. So we did get leaked images and videos already of the new zone, or the new region, should I say. But I have to hand it to them. The trailer for this new area look how amazing the trailer is. It looks absolutely fantastic. I really like what they've done. The open world dungeons that they're briefly showing, the new biomes look incredible. Some of the bosses that we can see here just look absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I definitely was hyped when I was watching this trailer live. I was very, very hyped. But yeah, getting into the content. So basically, we are having skill customization, new progress. So we're going to be getting a skill trait system. Now, what does that mean? So we're going to be getting 5 choices per skill. And the reason for that is because they actually mentioned there was a new dev on the team, by the way, a younger guy, and he definitely knows his stuff. He definitely plays the game, because he was saying that currently right now, which I've touched upon before in many of my videos, the build meta is basically everyone's running the same stuff. Whether you're, staff longbow, whether you're a crossbow dagger, whether you're a greatsword dagger, etc., you're all running the same skills basically, and he has agreed that it's boring, and they don't want the game to be played that way. Now, he also agreed that yes, every game does have a meta, there's not much you can do about that, but they're trying to change that, and the way they're trying to change that is obviously with, like I've just said, with this new system. So with this system, it gives us way more, much better freedom in build diversity and build choice. So at level 50, everyone is going to get 100 points to spend on this new skill system. So yeah, and as you can see, there's many. You don't have to take all of these, by the way. They said you can take all of these, or you can take one or two. The choice is the whole point is the choice is yours. So yeah, and then the next thing they were touched upon is, this is crazy to me, guys. Like dungeons are getting 30 difficulty levels. Yes, you heard that correctly. I said 30. 30. So think of this like Mythic Plus. So yeah, I don't know. This is going to be absolutely insane. And this is basically the new challenge mode, which you unlock this new challenge mode after you've completed the normal mode. And there's going to be 2 challenge dungeon rotations per week. So it's not going to be all of them at once. So you don't have to stress and think, oh my God, I've got to learn all of these at once. No, it's going to be on a rotation, 2 per week, to give us a chance to obviously try all of these 30 levels. And they did say that the first 14 levels they recommend. Well, I don't recommend. They say that you should be able to do these 14 in a pug if needed. Obviously, a static is always going to be better, or going with guild mates, but the first 14 difficulty levels should be able to be done with pug groups. So we shall see. And there is no entry limits on this, so you can just go as much as you like. We're also going to be able to re-roll traits. Now, they're now going to be introducing something completely brand new, which again is, like I said, going to completely change builds. It's completely changing the whole game, in my opinion. But we're going to be getting this thing called runes and sockets. There's 50 random stats, and then you can get these mainly from dungeons, instance-based dungeons. And then we also have another new thing called artifacts. Now, these artifacts are actually going to be dropping from open world dungeons. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I thought the exact same thing. And also many people that were at the event asked this during the Q&A. They were saying about, if we can get these in open world dungeons, then that means obviously bots are going to be rampant. Bots are going to be farming these open world dungeons all the time for these runes. And what they said was, no, because the runes are going to be bind on pickup. So that is a huge W. Bind on pickup means obviously they cannot be traded, they cannot be sold. So it doesn't mean that there won't be any bots, but the only thing that the bots can do is farm those runes for themselves. So I don't care about that. What I was caring about was the fact that obviously if people were going to bot to farm them, and then of course sell them on the auction house, but that's not going to be a thing. So that's another W. Now, these artifacts have a set effect based on the combo that you choose. The one that they were showing us, which I've got a picture up for you now, is called Talistone. So yeah, so as you can see, it's like, it reminds me of like the tripod system in Lost Ark. My memory is a little bit vague because I haven't played Lost Ark in a long time, but I'm getting like, tripod sort of vibes from this system. And now the next thing that they showcased to us and announced is something that I'm not too bothered about, but I know a lot of our MMORPG enjoyers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it, but I know there's a lot of people that were touching upon this before, saying, why doesn't Throne and Liberty have more life skills? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they are bringing in life skills. Now, the life skills that they're bringing in is fishing, cooking, and Amatoi farming. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Amatoi farming is the third one. Now, what I believe this is going to be is literally you're going to be sending out your Amatois to farm resources like, farm, trees and gems and ore, stuff like that. They did say that it doesn't matter how many Amatois you have. There's no like pay to win, There's no way you can cheese it or anything like that. So basically, you can send out your toys to go and do some farming for you if you like. We can now be doing cooking, and then we can be, we can do fishing as well. I'm not so sure how much of fishing I'll be doing. Cooking, definitely. Toy farming, I mean, why not? Sure, it saves me going out chopping trees. So yeah, let's send them out and do some. Let's put them to work, basically. And yeah, in the new region, we're going to be getting a new level cap. The new level cap is going to be 55. So we're going from level 50 to 55. I'm not sure why we just didn't jump to 60, but I guess they don't want to, make the levels go up too fast. So yeah, we're getting a 5 level increase. There's going to be 6 zones in the new region. There's going to be 3 open world dungeons and 2 new arc bosses. There's going to be 5 instance-based dungeons. And then tier 2 gear is going to be dropping from open world dungeons in this new region. So that's going to be interesting. That's exciting to hear. And then we have the roadmap. Now, the roadmap is slightly further away than I anticipated. And one thing to quickly touch upon, by the way, everyone, they didn't seem to mention the spear. Unless I completely missed it, I didn't see any information about the spear, which I'm confused because they already told us that we are going to be getting the spear in the summer update. So I'm not sure if they just want to keep that a little bit of a surprise, because they did say during this roadmap segment that there is 1 or 2 things that they haven't mentioned that they're going to keep quiet. I don't really understand why they would keep the spear quiet though, because they already mentioned it. But anyway, on July the 24th, we're going to be getting a hyper boost server. So what this means is this is a catch-up server for new and returning players. It's going to last 4 weeks. And then once the 4 weeks is up, that server will close, and then you can transfer to the server that you want. So the reason for this is to basically speed you up. So if you haven't been playing Throne, Liberty and Korea in a long time and you want to check out, the new content, basically join the Hyperboost server. It will fast track you. And then once the server closes, you can then transfer to whichever server you want to be on. So that's interesting to see. They also mentioned that Arena is coming before the new region. It's going to be a 3v3 arena, and there's also going to be seasons. So interesting. Not sure on if it's going to be equalized or not. So that could be a problem, but we will see. And then on August the 21st is when the new region Talent is going to arrive, as well as the artifacts. Then after August, they are planning to add raids and battlegrounds. Now, they didn't give us an exact date. They just said it's in the works. So we'll have to wait and see, if that's going to be a couple months after, 6 months after, who knows? And then, of course, we don't know the full details about the battlegrounds just yet, because, of course, they're going to want to, finalize that first before they drop that info. But that is, a TLDR of the, of the 3 hour plus stream. I try to make this as short and concise as possible, because yeah, like I said, I didn't want to be talking for an hour-long video. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one. Like I said earlier, I don't know what this means for global. I don't know when we're going to be getting this version of the game. Obviously, I highly doubt we're going to be getting this on launch. On September the 17th, I highly doubt we'll be getting this. But my question is to you, as I said earlier, what would you prefer? Because of course if we're going to be playing a completely different game at the start of the global release, and then so you're going to get used to all of that, and then the game's going to basically do a 360 and completely change. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm very, very happy with the changes that they're making. The game again is literally going to be completely different, but for the better. There's nothing that I can see here that is a negative. But leave me your thoughts down below. Is there anything that you don't like from what you've heard, or is this a pure W for you? But as always, like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you're doing well. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.